Good evening, and Dragon with you. So thank you very much for boosting subscriptions. I'm very happy that my video worked and helped some of you. So today we have part 3 and volume 2 of Lara Croft's adventure. First of all, now I'm able to go to the power of artifacts. That's a special adventure where Lara Croft needs to be red plus, so red or higher, and as you can see, her power is tripled. So my actual Lara's power is 50,000 something, which means triple will be 150. And that's what I wanted to share. First, if you are getting Lara Croft red, then one more adventure will be unlocked for you, and that will result into extra rewards, which I really like, the absolute artifact essence. I want this really much, and well, I needed a huge amount of resources to achieve that, but I guess it's still good enough for me. So what changed? Now we have special event, which is Mystery of Dominion Vol.2, and I want to highlight that at login you have Midas' Scroll, which is the third artifact you need for Lara Croft to boost her adventuring. So first of all, let's grab this, and next we'll check how I can improve that. Let's go through this. So buy emeralds as usual, then spend emeralds, spend archaeologist's tool depending on amount, obviously, but well, I'm not sure I can get enough of that. Then complete missions. So as usual, you complete missions, get rewards for that, and try don't miss missions. Is that gives a lot, and I really want to grab all that. Open chest in Outland. So Outlands didn't change much. We can refer to our Outland planning, which I showed previous time. So kind of same rules. Everything is too expensive. That's why I will stick to 9090 every day. I guess that should be good enough for me, not to overspend. And well, I really hope that we can divide resources, because this time you need both energy and outland, which means you need to divide your emeralds into parts. Personally, I used island to get 20,000 emeralds, and that's how I was kind of successful, but still I can't get everything here as well. So just check which amount you can afford, and only after that go for that outland chest. Okay, let's move on. So next is tower. We have 7 days, 15 for free every day, as you can see. And that means you can get 105 for free. So 15 extra chests, it's like 2 or 3 every day, and you will be there. So don't miss this opportunity. That's pretty cheap and very helpful quest. Spend energy. So spending energy is almost typical, but remember that we didn't get 500 reward because that's part 2, and actually you could save it from before, but let's assume you did not. So in that case, we have a plan for this part, which I had to recalculate. As you can see, now we have less free energy, but at the same time, the prices are still affordable. So at my case, I can't spend more than 100 offer because I don't have enough emeralds. So before rushing, just check which amount you can get. And also I would like to remind you that inside the game, we have shop where you can get extra energy. So instead of just trading 200 emeralds into energy, you may try to spend some of your reward into bottles and use that bottles. That's exactly what I did. So this plan is pessimistic if you want to keep all the energy, all the rewards, and just spend emeralds a huge way. So after this, we need to proceed. And now let's just check. So bosses I showed you, but I didn't test much. As you can see, I managed to complete some quests, but not all of them. And it's time to show you what changed here. So as you can see, the map is new now. and we have the Treasury actually. So every time you win, the boss gets stronger for sure, and we're able to get Archaeologist too. The more tools you get, the better rewards you get, and you also move the quest accordingly. And also, let's highlight other changes. So at the shop, same stuff. So we didn't get Lara's dolls, but we have the Lara's dolls at Treasury. Bottled energy, I bought 20 of that just to boost my Lara Croft, and that resulted into red rank. And actually, that helps a lot to save your emeralds. So if you have limited budget, maybe this option will help you to boost her red level, and maybe that helps you with expeditions. So my preferences didn't change. I still recommend you to invest mostly in wish crystals or wish insignias. I showed you that Tomb Raider's box has valuable resources, right? But no souls there, so just boosting your generally heroes. Let's go to actually workshop. So this third artifact is here. Now we are able to collect materials for that, but to do it, we need to fight monsters. So actually, opening the treasury turns one vases into gold, each of which multiplies the reward by 5. Remember that it means if you want to boost your treasury, then Midas scroll is a good idea for you to boost your reward. But in general, I'm not sure, maybe you just need Lara's souls and that's what can help you. But in general, I still prefer to get instead boosts for fighting and getting more resources here. So let's proceed to the treasury itself. So here we have grand prizes, which are absolute artifact chests, large skin stone chest, and Lara Croft doll. As you can see, if we check all prizes, then other stuff is just casual. So I would really prefer to get maybe some metals. Looks good. But in most cases, just the grand rewards, maybe gleaming seal chests. So other stuff isn't super valuable for me, maybe something for Asgard. Still, I'm sure that it's very hard to get Lara Croft souls, unless you are very lucky. So in case you just try your luck and grab that, well, probably better refresh. Maybe just grab Lara dolls and absolute artifact chest, which also are valuable, and then refresh. So that's what I would do here. And finally, I guess it's time to fight, right? So let's fight the new monsters. I'll try to collect a reasonable team and show you what's there. So I'll skip the dialogues. You can check them yourself. We'll just go through this story and see what's going on. So what I like about changes, they show us this setup. So according to the dialogue, you can see monsters which appear, and you can assume what happens next. So I really like that new thing. This time we are just knowing most of stuff. I know that there's a huge physical pressure at frontline, some magical pressure, and well, what team I would like to use. Probably I need a solid damage dealer. So a solid damage dealer can be either Ju or Yasmin, or you can play Iris. So Iris is great because she drags the soul and just make the frontline vulnerable. So I'll go with Iris. I'll support her with Dorian because yeah, I would like to support her with Dorian, but you can see that he's not here, so we can either choose Aiden or Marsa or Nebula. So we need some kind of boost. Let me go with Marsa because she improves speed. About final hero. So we need somebody to deal massive damage. Who can it be? Well, we have some options. I can try with Yasmin, but not sure it works. We can also go with Isaac, but I don't see sense. Only one damage dealer with magic. So I probably will stop on Yasmin, right? Yeah, let's go with Yasmin. Should we defend? Well, maybe. So that's my setup. I would like my Yasmin to be more effective. That's why let's boost at least this. So all heroes have a buff now. And I guess we are ready to fight. Let's go. I think that this setup isn't super optimal, but that kind of should work. So the idea is kind of simple. We try to keep everything alive. Then Yasmin jumps into the target, which is highest priority. So to get this possible, I'll just check this out. So according to Cobra, I see where she jumps. And to force her jump at right target, I use Axel. So if enemy plays many mages, then I will just add Isaac. Why not? But this team looks like physical. Okay, so we finished this location. Let's proceed. It rains so hard, guys. Yeah. Vampires. Vampires. Okay. Well, I think that frontline is nicely detected. That's why, well, let's try to bring them out back to front. So if I say back to front, that means I would like to remove their backline somehow. So to do it, we can try with Kayla or Yasmin. So frontline is nicely defended. That's why, okay, let's stick to Yasmin for some time. I saw that Masha and Shroom are there. So that's why Isaac can help us with stopping that. And as for my healer, there are double tank. There's double tank, so let's go with Nebula or Celeste, I would say. Or we can just play an assault team as an option. Super assault team. Well, I still think that let's go with something else. So let's play with Nebula. Shaba will eat Esteros, then my Yasmin will get vulnerable, which means I'll need to jump, and oh my god, that's a terrible choice. So look, what happens if I jump with Yasmin on healers? How do you think? So first of all, Yasmin gets a huge amount of damage. That damage probably will kill her, but Isaac charges and smashes everything. So that can work. I'm not sure if it will at higher levels. Now it works, but actually that's a risk. So every time you do it, it's like staking on Yasmin, charging Isaac, Isaac killing everybody. But that's risk, so I don't recommend trying. Still, it can work. Okay. So too easy for this level. Let's proceed. What goes next? Well, Yasmin Isaac is popular. That's why I think that we can test that. Entertain me. Wow. That's Amira. What can we do with Amira? So if that's a super Amira, I assume that's her. So I can't play Yasmin because she blocks crits. Kind of blocks. Just makes them useless. I for sure will play Isaac. And I guess I still need some healing, right? So against Amira, I would play Rufus. And to make this team work better, I need some extra type of damage, I guess. What about Celeste? Or maybe I can play double tank like Aurora. I can also try Aiden. Well, it depends. It depends on what you prefer to do. Let's go with... I want to play Iris. Yeah, so something like this. And about Pet, not sure what happens, but let me try to play Albus. or Vex. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, really. So Amira does magic damage, which means I need some support for my team. Let it be Chorus, maybe even. Okay, I want Albus. Sorry, but I really want it to be Albus. Because we deal pure damage and Albus will benefit. Yeah, so that's Super Amira. If her abilities are same as I saw, then, well, we may have a problem. Yeah, so that's the illusion, which will be defended by everybody, but that makes nothing. Also something crazy is here, some misses. Well, I would boost that. Can we get her soul? Yeah, we can. Great. So if we can get her souls and check what happens now, I think that her defenses are impressive. But after I drag her soul, the process is much faster. And yeah, so just like I told you, I decided to play Albus because we have Iris and Albus with some kind of synergy, and that should help us, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Look at the damage. The damage was crazy. So thanks, Albus. You are a great assault pet. Obviously, you will pick something else, but I just wanted to show you some teams which I think look like logical at some situations, and that's why I decided to play them. Okay, so what next? Next we have Satori. So I'll play Isaac again, I guess. Okay. Look, he's hiding. Heavenly Fox. So to fight Satori, you need somebody which removes his effect. Okay, so we have Kark and Satori. That means I need to fight with the buffs, right? Fight with the buffs. We can apply Sebastian here, which will try to survive and also improve the damage. Then to kill Kark, I would really want to try playing Yasmin, but Satori is effective against Yasmin, kind of. So instead, I can play something like Wash Team or something I like. Let's go with Aurora. So I wanted to change my tank. This time Aurora will take some magic damage, give us dodge. And Isaac with Lara should be good enough to just survive, theoretically. I also can do something else. For example, I can try still to play Yasmin, but I want to counter Kark. So maybe Andvari is even better here. So against Kark, I pick Andvari. Against Satori, I pick Isaac and Sebastian. Nebula also can help us. Or we can just skip this and go for Yasmin instead. Yeah, let's go for Yasmin. So Yasmin Isaac is a good composition. This time I'll play defensive, so I pick either Axel or Oliver, depending on what I'm afraid of. And let's go with this setup. So the problem can be if Nebula buffs Kark and he strikes so hard that all your team dies. But this time looks like everything is under control. So low level is too easy for me. Okay, so Satori is now in figure of light. Great. Actually, if you want to fight that minions, then, well, let's try to compose a team. But instead, I usually raid that, and that's good enough. We didn't have a quest of just kill the level of minions, so I decided just to raid and it worked, so why not? Okay, what's that? These mirrors reflect light and our movements. Wow. So I guess we will fight a mirror team or what? Hold up, what's going on? So dark Esteros, dark costume of Lara, same about others. Okay, so dark options of every hero. Well, seems epic, but in general the changes kind of nothing. So how to counter the team? Counter Aurora I play Isaac for sure, so he strikes often. Against Galahad I can play many stuff. Kind of against Lara Croft I don't see that she's a problem at all. And what else was there? Asteros. Well, I guess we just need to play something like Yasmin, Isaac, or boosted by Marsa or Nebula, whatever you prefer. And as a tank, well, as a tank, I can use Asteros, I guess, just to make sure that my Yasmin survives. And if you want to just test, well, this team looks logical. We have a healer, we have a solid tank, and we have a combination of 2.5 damage dealers. That should work, I guess. Oh, Iris is fifth. Well, against Iris, I could play Rufus, I guess. But in general, 130th level is too simple. So this setup looks good. Just know that fifth is Iris, so I recommend you Esteros to have extra life or Rufus here. Okay, good. Let's go to the next part. Alvanor. Some kind of super Alvanor. Well, let's change our team again. So I guess we can apply Iris against bosses. Let's abuse that. And as a last champion, if I remember right, we will need some kind of block for the healing. That's why I can play Celeste here and let her block healing while Yasmin and Lara deal damage with help of Iris, Esteros' tank. Well, let's test this setup. Let's test the setup. I'm not sure that something will not go wrong, but yeah, everything went wrong. Well, whatever. Yeah, there's Elvenor, but against Corvus, I wouldn't risk to play Yasmin, actually. So against Corvus, unfortunately, we don't have Dorian, but Celeste, Iris, and Yasmin are kind of vulnerable to Corvus. And also, Esteros isn't so good against Morrigan. So probably if I use a setup, I would play another tank, something like Aurora maybe. Aurora seems good here. Aurora or maybe your Corvus, if he's allowed. Okay, and the final thing. So which is the last team? Okay, those crazy guys again. Okay, so I know this setup, which means I need to defend my backline. So I'll play Martha there with Oliver to stop backline damage. As my damage, I'll use Yasmin probably. And I'm not sure what else is there, but Esteros against physical damage is great. So this setup, maybe you could play another pet, but I guess that should work at least. Or if you want to concentrate mostly on physical damage, then you can remove Iris and play something else. For example, I'm not sure which other characters will be there. Maybe I can play Isaac, even the damage, just penetration. Maybe you can even play Astrid. So we need some kind of support for our Yasmin. Enemy has splash damage, so okay, let's just take a look at this team. I like to what I played, so we have a damage dealer, armor penetration, defenses against physical, and finally support slash damage dealer. That was too easy, but well, that's the end. Okay, guys, so that's the Minion teams and the story of Volume 2. Now we managed to get all the minions done. And finally, let's proceed to the treasure, right? Let's go. So once again, my strategy reminder. If I get Lara Croft dolls, I refresh. No. Okay, I didn't get it. Then, well, then we need more resources. So I really hope that my information helps you to decide what exactly you would prefer. After the previous testing, I decided that Wish Crystal for me for sure, and also Wish Insignia. So that's the rewards which I really prefer, and that's the rewards which I can actually use. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching. This was a long video, but we still have last part, which I think that will be in a couple of days, about how good is Lara on Arena. So I'm still not sure, but I guess that she isn't the main damage dealer, but she can be a supportive damage dealer. Thanks for watching. Good luck to you.